And, you know, especially you folks here living on Lake Erie, I mean, what would those poor knuckleheads do who go out swimming when the weather report says, no, there's a riptide today, you'll get drawn out to sea, or the guys on the sailboat and they say, don't go sailing today because your ship will sink. Well, you know, who rescues those people all the time? It's our great United States Coast Guard. They put their lives on the line every single day. And besides that, that's the more apparent. That's the sort of stuff you see on the news, and it's wonderful. But also, day in and day out, the men and women of the Coast Guard the men and women of the Coast Guard take care of, and I've lost the word I'm trying to think of. They take care of and they protect our ports of call. So Cleveland being such a wonderful place with all the ships coming in and out, every day the Coast Guard is protecting to making sure that nothing comes in or nothing goes out that it shouldn't. And that's something that they do day in and day out. So I thought, why not on Independence Day play the Coast Guard song for you? Now the Coast Guard song was written in 1927 by Captain Francis Saltus von Boskirk. His name sounds just like the way you think in your mind he should look. The waxed mustache, you know, the regal bearing. He looked like a captain in the Coast Guard. But he also, at his ship there down in Norfolk, Virginia, he was a very fine, accomplished piano player and a composer of sorts. And so on his ship in 1927, when the call went out that the Coast Guard needed its own song, Captain von Boskirk sat down at his piano and wrote this, the official march song of the Coast Guard. And the title of the Coast Guard song is the motto of the Coast Guard, Semper Paratus. How many people here know what Semper Paratus means? Always. Semper is always. Now the Marine Corps has Fidelis. Fidelis is faithful. The Coast Guard has Paratus, Latin, prepared. The Coast Guard is always prepared. So here are the lyrics, just before we play this now. And if you remember them, or if you were in the Coast Guard, we invite you to sing along. So here's the Coast Guard marching song. We sing on land or sea, through surf and storm and howling gale, high shall our purpose be. Semper Paratus, always prepared, is our guide, our fame, our glory too. To fight, to save, or fight and die. I, Coast Guard, we are for you. So here's a tip of the hat to the great United States Coast Guard, their official march, Semper Paratus.